Well, so we're going to move on to the next stitch now, which is the closed fly stitch. So I'm just looking on the stitch chart, and we're going to be working on some of the leaves down here, which are on here. I'm going to go and have a look at Phillipa's video because this is a stitch I've never done before. So I'm going to read the instructions, watch the video, and then I'll show you me starting it.
This is closed fly stitch using a double thread, one of my very favourite stitches. First of all, don't cast on, but leave the loop because we're going to use that as the first stitch. So take your needle beyond the tip of the leaf, take it down so that the needle goes all the way through, and you leave the loop on the top of the work. Bring your needle up at the top of the central vein of the leaf and then pass the needle through that loop and pull the loop south so that you end up with a firm stitch going from the vein to just beyond the tip of the leaf. Now couch that down with a stitch. Now in double thread that's about between 1/8 and 1/4 of an inch. It's quite a big stitch. Next, take your finger and move the thread slightly out of the way so you come up at the tip of the marked leaf. Go using your needle, push that first stitch out of the way and go down on the opposite side. So you're very close to the tip of the leaf here. And take your needle up through the end of that couched stitch. Bring your needle up and pull that loop so it makes a long Y shape. And repeat that all the way down the leaf. Make sure that the distance between the stitch you're doing and the one previous to it is the same as the distance of the couch down in the middle of the leaf, so you keep that steep angle. I'm just casting off as usual, snipping off the tail. Whenever I thread up, I bounce the wool to straighten the threads and then thread the needle down, and you'll find the threads will just hang happily. The loop's at the far end again. This time I'm going to cast on, just in an area which we'll cover later with stitches. Come up through the loop, take your needle down through the hole made by the last stitch, up through the edge, down on the opposite side, up through the centre line at the end of a vertebra and couch. So again, up, down, hold the loop south, bring your needle through and couch down. If you find any blue showing through the edge, you can just pop an extra stitch in, or if you just want to add a bit of extra colour, you can put another stitch in wherever you like. Just keep the same angle as your first layer of stitching.
So I've just watched Phillipa's video for doing the closed fly stitch, and I've actually got it here with me still to help me kind of guide my way through it, just to do it along with her. So I thought I would show you. I've done the first 2 stitches and I thought I'd show you me doing the next ones, just so you can get an idea of what it's like as a beginner. Down on the other side, and it'll come up at the base of the couch, and all towards it. Just put a little couch in. So I realised on the first one I did that I kind of did it too far apart and I wasn't close enough with the stitches, which on this second flower I'm kind of learning from, so it's making sure that I'm going much closer to the previous stitches to get that more full effect. And it's made it a lot easier and more filled out. In there. So I finished doing 2 of the leaves, this one I did, and this is the second one I did. As you can see, I got the technique a little bit better on the second one, which is practice makes perfect. So I will go back over this one just to tidy it up as well. If you're stitching along with me, I'd love to see how you're getting on as well, so leave some pictures in the comments below or on the wall. Just realised, and I should have realised at the start when I started this, that I've done my leaves in the wrong colour. I've misread the numbers on the walls. I should have known, but I've now done blue leaves instead of green. So what I'm going to do to rectify it is go over them in the right colours, and I'm hoping that it'll look nice and give it a nice 3D effect. Hopefully anyways.